It's a pleasure to have our distinguished guests, three wonderful sisters and one brother this evening. Madam Kalpana Kapoor, Madam Pratima Rajkot, Madam Lokashri, and Mr. Jan Das. Great pleasure to have all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation, knowledge, education, innovative teaching. Wow, that's a great happening here. 449th webinar, Making Education Relevant. All our brothers and sisters, my children world over, you are requested to come on the YouTube live, post your views, post your comments, whatever you want on GS Motivator. New Education Policy 2020. Today we are going to talk about new methods to train and prepare teachers. Very interesting and a very innovative subject. I think we all should be very happy, and let me just show you a few slides quickly. International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI, which is taking care of now, it has moved from 30 million to 31 million. The non-resident Indians world over, they're doing great job, bringing so much of proud to India. And during pandemic, like doctors, nurses, paramedical people, they're great warriors. Similar way, our teachers, our educators, our principals, our headmasters, our technocrats, our counselors, our psychologists, they are doing great job. And they are making education relevant. Flip Learn, my great regards and blessings in India to Divya Lal ma'am from Singapore. We are always proud of her. It's a privilege and it's an honor to be with her. She's a wonderful woman, always very dynamic. Now, our chamber is organizing about 25 to 26 webinars per week, all related to education empowerment, making education relevant. And it's a great treat. I'm the best learner because I learn from everybody, whosoever is coming on this platform. Teachers are coming, youth are coming, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are with the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, Government of India also. Friday from Singapore, we are having a program, Water Management Strategies. Saturday from Chicago, Swami Vivekanand. Sunday morning from America, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and India's main principal Upanishad, Adi Shankaracharya. Saturday evening, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, naturopathy, nutrition, organic, all that. And then 3 p.m. on Sunday, India, ASEAN, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei. What a beautiful 650 million people. 10 beautiful countries, fastest growing region in the economy. No, no corona's effect at all. And then comes the micro, small, and the medium enterprise at 5 p.m. on Sunday evening. And then on Saturday and Sunday evening, we are with the non-resident Indians world over, Saturday and Sunday at 8 p.m. In between, we learned from some of the states in India, all your programs are in English. Why don't you have a program in Hindi also? So, भाइयों और बहनों, भारत के हमारे प्यारे बच्चों, जितने भी लोग हमारी मातृभाषा हिंदी से जुड़े हुए हैं, संस्कृति और हेरिटेज से जुड़े हुए हैं, उन सबको बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करते हुए ये बताना चाहेंगे कि रोजाना दोपहर को 12:30 बजे आपके लिए एक विशेष कार्यक्रम है, आज का युवा क्या चाहता है. And today it was very interesting what we had, wonderful, and that was basically we had taken into consideration where we talked about कि सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से बच्चे अपनी पॉकेट मनी कैसे कमा सकते हैं. माय गॉड, आई एम सो हैप्पी. 500,000 youth from India joined today's webinar. That is from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock Indian Standard Time. 5 लाख बच्चे और टीचर्स और हेडमास्टर्स और प्रिंसिपल जुड़े और प्रैक्टिकल हमने बताया कि फेसबुक से पैसे कैसे कमाने हैं, यूट्यूब से पैसे कैसे कमाने, इंस्टाग्राम से कैसे करने, अरे व्हाट्सएप मैसेज पे आप अपना टाइम खराब करते हो, उससे पैसे कैसे कमाने हैं. आप कहोगे ये तो बहुत बुरा हुआ. आपका प्रोग्राम आज चल गया तो हमको तो पता ही नहीं लगा. ओके, वेल, आई गॉट सम गुड न्यूज फॉर यू. Today we have covered Facebook and we have covered Instagram. Tomorrow we are covering up blogging. We are covering up rest of the whatsoever we have got in social media. 11 बजे से 2 बजे तक tomorrow on Friday, that is going to be 18th of December in India. We are going to cover with you how to earn money, pocket money. कुछ बच्चे हमारे इस सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से they are earning pocket money of 50,000 rupees per month. 50,000 rupees per month. Because बच्चे मोबाइल तो नहीं छोड़ेंगे, बच्चे सोशल मीडिया नहीं छोड़ेंगे. So how to make use of that? That is what we are talking about. So I was also telling you Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council. So ladies and gentlemen, join us today at 5 p.m. Immediately after this program at 5 p.m. we have got voice culture and importance of music technology. Wow, that's great because teachers are having very pressurized work during this COVID. A lot of work they are doing. They are great warriors. Now, the new order of the world, when we talk about it, the new golden triangle, earlier it was Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, B2B was business to business. Now the norms have got changed. It is called back to basics. And with that, we have got food processing. That means आपका basic भोजन, आपकी basic सेहत और आपकी basic education. That is going to be the new golden triangle, sustainable development of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber strongly believes in whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education relevant. Education is the passport to peace. If you give right education at the right place, in the right packaging, in the right form, if world is going to be empowered with not literacy, but wisdom. Education is not knowledge, education is wisdom. Great. So this evening, we are going to be joining by these wonderful people. They'll be sharing a lot of thought process. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, we extend them a very hearty welcome. It's a pleasure to have all of them. And I would request them, initial round, while giving a hearty welcome to them, they should speak about 2 minutes about themselves, about their school, where is it located, up to what class it is, approximately how many students they have got, and how are they finding during COVID. That is about 2 minutes we should take. And thereafter, then we will go to the theme of today. So anybody can start. Anybody can take a lead. You all are empowered. Anybody can start.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Myself, I'm Jayant. I'm working as a special educator and a coordinator over there in this Ambition School, and I'm working here for last 18 years. Hello, am I clear, sir?
Sir, you are
Hello.
clear, you are audible, you are wonderful, you are smiling, we are very
Thank you.
happy. Go ahead.
Thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So, I basically live in the holy city of Varanasi. I basically belong. My native place is Calcutta, but I'm staying here at Varanasi, and I'm working here in this Ambition School. I'm right sitting in the chamber. Also, you can see the school name is written behind it, and there are almost 1,400 students working over there. And let's see what we
आपका
because
ये
this is the
कौन
first
सी
time.
क्लास तक है? आपका स्कूल कौन सी क्लास तक है?
हमारा स्कूल सर अभी क्लास 10 तक है. It's up to class 10, and
Okay.
this time we have applied for class 12th also.
Is it co-ed?
It's a co-ed school, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Hearty welcome, Das sir. चलिए.
It's a co-ed school.
Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Hello.
हाँ जी मैम. Please, Fatima ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Very good afternoon, Sharma sir. Am
Yes.
I audible? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Myself.
एक बड़ा अच्छा गाना आता था ना.
हाँ.
मेरी आवाज ही पहचान.
Myself, Pratima Rajgut. I'm working in Gyan Ganga Educational Academy as the principal.
ये कहाँ पर है?
Ours is a co-educational residential come day boarding +2, that is up to class 12 school in Raipur, Chhattisgarh.
Okay, Raipur,
Yeah,
Chhattisgarh.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We have the strength of more than 600 students studying in school.
Hearty
And
welcome.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you. Next,
Yeah,
yeah,
good afternoon, sir.
Lokashri ma'am, please.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sharma, sir. Good afternoon, all my fellow principals, Jayan, sir, Kalpana, ma'am, and Pratima, ma'am. Very
Same
good
here, ma'am.
afternoon
Thank
for
you.
all of us. And I just thank you for providing me this opportunity to share few of my views on this platform. Our school name is the San Global School. We are from Karnataka, Ramnagara district. We are a co-ed school. We started this school in 2018. This is our third year. We have students around 532 students. We are rural-based school, sir. And we have the CB.
It is up to what standard?
We have till 9th standard this year.
9th.
Yes, sir. Next year it is going for 10th standard.
Okay. Kalpana Kapoor ma'am. Thank you. Hearty welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good evening to everybody here. And Dr. Gulshan, especially for your energy and your smile and the way you're taking the whole thing forward, that's really, really amazing. So I was a part of the Delhi Public School Ghaziabad Society for almost 25 years. And then I left early because I wanted to do other things in life. And I've traveled across the country, taken care of a number of schools, public schools, rural schools, two-tier city schools, three-tier city schools, and tried to understand the challenges that our teachers are facing across the country. So,
मैम अभी कहाँ है स्कूल आपका अभी कहाँ है
सर अभी मैं किसी स्कूल में नहीं हूँ so basically I'm a leadership coach and a mentor and I've tried to understand the challenges of teachers across the country and challenges of leaders.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work on a model of empowering teachers and leaders to try and meet the various policy challenges, etc.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Pleasure to have you this evening with us.
Same
Great.
here. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a session today that is on new methods to train and prepare teachers. What could be the new methods, how to train and how to prepare and what for to prepare the teachers. That means for future education, tomorrow's education, invisible education, unknown education. We do not know what is going to be the scenario because yesterday somebody was with me from Malaysia and they told that they are getting third wave in Kuala Lumpur of the COVID. And I was quite worried. I said, please don't tell me that. He says, it's coming. I have to tell you. So I do not know what exactly is going on, when the vaccine comes, who get the vaccine first, how it is getting approved, when the children will be able to come. Great. Anyway, we are very positive people. When we are very positive, let's think positive, talk positive, live positive, behave positive. Great. And now let's go ahead with Dasa. We will give the opportunities to ladies first to talk. Right?
Definitely, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
So
Okay.
5 to 6 minutes each one of them can take, and that is the way we should go by. Let's build the topic. Let's build the subject. What do you think should be the new method to train and prepare the teachers? Any of the lady can just start and take on. Anybody can.
Shall I start?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to start with a quote of Swami Vivekananda. Education is a manifestation of perfection already in man. So whatever already it is there, we are rebuilding it actually. So education is not only about academics of syllabus, but it is also the future of the child. And also I want to tell that in the past, the teachers used to take the students to imagination to make them understand the lessons, which was in 2 dimension, and it was little difficult for the children to understand also. But now the teachers are trying with new technology to teach our children with 3-dimension where one can when they are using smart boards, and of course flip learn also we are adopting that also. And also we never thought of this using e-learning method to teach our children, but due to this pandemic it became the new method of teaching. So this e-learning made everyone to get used to this new technology. And also in the past, teachers used to teach in traditional way, which they had been trained. But now, as the new technologies are being introduced, the teachers have started adopting to the new technologies, which is really appreciable. Now our government also has introduced the new education policy, that is National Education Policy 2020. Actually, I welcome that policy. To adopt to this new policy, there should be enormous training for the teachers, for the students, as well for the parents. We should guide and train the teachers in recognizing and identifying the capabilities of the students, and also in promoting each one of the students with holistic developments in both curricular and extracurricular activities. Training the teachers to teach the academic more clearly the concepts in innovative way, and also the activity-based teaching, as the students can understand better when it is more virtual and also practical. And also the training the teachers in all the ways, expecting in discipline so that it can be maintained among the students, which is more important in their lives. And also I would like to guide the teachers as well as the students to improve the communicative and also the cooperative skills, which helps them to have good teamwork works. And also the teachers can use this teamwork to on the students and also the students in their future. And also I want to give them training in promoting multilingualism and the power of language, especially in technology, learning, in teaching, understanding, and executing in better ways. And also the teachers should be motivated and energized more by training them. So now as we are adopting to new more and more technologies, I think now the teaching becomes more easier. And also the children are also adopting. And since our school is a rural based school, we here need to educate the students as well as the parents. Still the parents has that enigma of and coming using the new technologies. They are far away from using this. So we, as the pandemic started, we started using the virtual classes. We started first teaching the parents itself. So we actually they had that they gave the reasons that the children will have the problem with eyesight, they'll be addicted to the mobiles. So many reasons were given. Then we called them, we educated, we gave a training for the parents also, saying that 1 or 2 hours is not a problem for the child to sit in front of the mobile, where the child, if the child is not learning, the child will sit in front of the TV for whole day, then the eyes will not be affected. That is the actually main thing we are getting. So we told them that learning 1 to 3 hours per day, it won't affect. And also we are into actually very very easy method we are adopting them to teach, and now we are adopted to flip learning, and it became more easier for the students also to understand, even the teachers also to teach them, and also the parents are very happy with that. And the teachers are always the students. The teacher should be always be a student where she should learn every day, each and every day, so that she can adjust to the new technologies day by day. Can adjust to the new technologies, new things, so that we can implement on the student, which will help them. And also, we want to teach according to the new national education policy. We want to teach them more practically. We want to go more practically and show them. Actually, this is my personal experience. When I was doing my engineering, there was three groups actually, three group students. One group was full of rural students, and one group was for urban, where we were staying in Bangalore. and another tour was from the outside the state. Actually, this rural students, they used to always sit at the back because they were afraid of the language. They had only the local language, they had a training with the local language itself. So they were little afraid to come front. They did not even come and ask even one doubt also with the lecturer. So we were comfortable with everything, and another group which were outside from the city also, they were sorry, state also, even they were little were backing themselves because they did not know the local language. So what happens, the communication skill, the technology skill, all will be lacking there. So we want to actually eradicate these differences. That is my intention. And also we want to build the confidence in the children so that they'll come front in any way they can come and show that, so that they can build their own future in a very beautiful way. And also the actually what happens, the big thing is the rural based children, they will be not having exposed to the more practical ways of learning, like technology or any other syllabus or academics, because they'll be stick on to their own school textbooks, school teaching itself. So what happens, this they lack in the confidence. So I want to build the confidence with our students. Actually, all our 532 students are all local, rural-based students here itself. Around 20 villages we are getting the students. So I want to build that confidence with them so that they can go anywhere and they can build the future. This is our school motto. And I want to train our teachers also to train up the students and give more and more practical knowledge also. And also I want to enlighten one thing. See, whatever we are learning in the school, it's actually when they come out of when they get the degrees and come out of there, if they want to implement that knowledge, really it is very difficult to adopt them, because whatever they are learned, it is all theoretical based. And whatever practical knowledge, they are very less practical knowledge they have, and it becomes for them to adapt to the new environment. So there is the lacking. So it's the new education policy, it's giving more and more practical language education there, so it will be helpful for the students to build their future.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank,
sir.
thank you. Very kind of you, ma'am. Now, very valuable suggestion. She started from Swami Vivekananda. That means India's own ethos, India's own education ecosystem, India's youth is to be empowered. Wonderful where from you started. Now, few things are take away from ma'am, what she has mentioned. First of all, the technology, which is coming in a very big way for all of us, technology, there are two, three very interesting outcomes which we have got for future is, number one, whatever was to come in the new education policy 2020 in India in the next 10 years, it came in 6 months because of COVID. Whatever you have adopted, and we have to compliment all teachers and everybody in India, they have adopted, they had a lot of struggle, they had a lot of challenges, but they have adopted. So thereby, you got to understand it. It is very important, and that is where the technology is going to play a very important role. It was to come in phases. It has come like a tsunami. Second part, world over, the UNESCO, UNDP, International Labour Organization, World Bank, OECD, and couple of other organizations, wherever you have got a seamless connectivity, wherever you have a seamless connectivity, 71% children are happy with the digital education than to come to school. Number three, very important and very interesting, and particularly for my rural children, I would like to tell you one very practical part which you should understand. Language is just a vehicle to carry your information and whatever you want to convey to some other person. English is not a superior language. and any other local mother tongue is not an inferior language. Thereby, let me tell you and let me remove the myth from everybody's mind today, and particularly the people those have got cobwebs in the metros and they feel that they are superior or something like that. You got to give this feeling very interesting. 20 best economies of the world, 20 best economies of the world, they give education in their own mother tongue, not in English language. We have to understand that. That is something very important. So mother tongue, particularly in the new education policy, your regional language, that plays a very important role. I think it's a remarkable step which has been taken now. All the teachers, those have joined in the group, and all the students also, those have joined in the group, kindly post your views also. We would be more than happy. The best suggestion of the evening, in the first 10 minutes, you get 1,000 rupees cash award. And every 10 minutes, I'll give you a reward. But it depends on good suggestion, creative suggestion, innovative suggestion, dynamic suggestion, not what is existing. I want out of the box. I would request now Pratima ma'am to share her views.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much. Now, basically on this particular topic of new methods to train and prepare teachers, NEP 2020. Why is it required? Actually, I would like to say you that, sir, there is a tremendous revolution, we can say like that. Like from agricultural revolution, industrial revolution to agricultural revolution to white revolution to technological revolution. Don't you think so? This is a technological revolution that has begun all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, all the teachers have become techno-savvy. It was not at all dreamt about. From offline to online, from chalk to the chat, from blackboard to the whiteboard, from real to virtual. Suddenly, from offline to online, from telling teachers keep quiet to speak up, from ask and teachers saying to students no mobile to turn on mobile, from conventional to technical, from notebook to screenshot, from classroom to Zoom, from to flip learn, and from the last one, that is from school to home. Home becomes the school. Don't you think this such a big revolution has occurred, and all of a sudden, hats off to all the teachers, all the schools, all the educators, they all have adopted the system, and entire world is getting education. Education has not stopped. And this NEP 2020, prior to that, there was a Kothari Commission report of 1968, the first new education policy, which reveals a lot of similarities on the challenges, concerns, and even the proposed solution, except for the current focus on 21st century skills. Does it mean that we have not progressed, or does it mean that we are not able to follow the policies or plans? Nothing like that. But this NEP is very much focusing mainly on how to convert this 21st century learners into application. I personally always believe that it's not the rote learning that is what is very important. It's always at the end of the day the application of what is being taught in the class that plays very, very important role. The critical thinking, the innovative teaching, and this is all possible only when the teachers are empowered through new techniques. Now, our demographic size may raise question at the success of NEP. Don't you think so? But there is one common factor that can turn the tide. There's one common factor that can turn the tide of the Indian education system to become a progressive, a flexible, multidisciplinary, technology and education system, and that will have the capability to produce competent, creative, skilled, capable, ethical learners. And this common factor is, of course, the teachers. So we all are here gathered together. We are gathered here mainly to how we can empower the teachers so that these learners of the 21st century genuinely turn the tide and make our country the progressive country. Am I correct? So there are certain things which the entire whole idea we could see is to empower the teachers through the new methodology and train them to develop 21st century skills among the students. Now, recognizing this, today I would be mainly focusing on two different aspects. One is the NEP 2020 because our topic is NEP 2020 and what is in NEP 2020 to empower the teachers. Right now, recognizing the power of teacher, NEP 2020 has put in place systematic reforms that would help teaching emerge as an attractive profession of choice, not by chance. Let the teachers select the profession by choice, not by chance. And it proposes several methods to empower teachers and restore their highest respect and status in the society. The first one is in NEP 2020, that is about pre-service teacher education. Based on the recommendation of NEP 2020 on teacher education and training, NCFTE, that is National Curriculum Framework for Teachers Training, that will be drafted to guide all the teacher education, pre-service and in-service of teachers working in academic, vocational and special education streams, because that is the need of an hour. Another second point is the 4-year integrated B.Ed program. The nominal degree qualification for school teachers is like multidisciplinary bachelor's degree in education as well as a specialized subject. And admission to this course of the teachers will be through aptitude test, which will be conducted by National Testing Agency. All multidisciplinary universities will have been directed to set up an education department and run B.Ed program in collaboration with their own departments. In addition to this, they will also carry out research in various aspects of education to enhance the quality of B.Ed program. And here, the teachers will gain a range of knowledge and will learn new pedagogy that will include effective teaching techniques, pedagogy on foundational literacy and numeracy, multi-level teaching and evaluation, then teaching children with disabilities, use of modern technology, and learner-centered collaborative teaching. Innovative teaching methods adopted by the teachers to improve the learning outcomes will also be recognized, documented, and shared widely. And to reduce teacher isolation, close collaboration among teacher communities, that is sharing the best practices among each other, like what madam just told, that rural students, now there are certain teachers who are isolated, maybe teaching in the rural areas, but when there is a collaboration among different schools, the best practices when will be shared among the teachers, that will be the great platform for the students as well as the teachers equally. And promoting the continuous professional development of teachers, opportunities such as workshops and online teacher development modules will be provided under NEP 2020. Every year, schools teachers, they are expected to participate in 50 hours of online platform, 50 hours compulsory. And this platform, even the online platforms are also provided by NEP 2020 through CBSE. These are the Swayam and Diksha. These portals are again, they can also help teachers, and teachers can get great in knowledge and information through this online platform. Now, the most pressing question today for school is to ensure that the teaching method adopted by their teachers stays effective and relevant to the ever-changing needs of 21st century learners, right? Now schools for this they can address through several ways. I have certain techniques which I have also adopted in my school also, wherein my teachers have genuinely benefited, and my students, those who are coming under the right to education students, those who are having really a problem of like they are not.
Share the technique, ma'am. Share the innovative technique if there is any. Share.
So this technique, what we have presently used presently, the small group discussions. Now, what we have done, like let us create the group of teachers, small, so that let them discuss among each other and let them learn from each other. That is
Sure,
one
sure.
very useful. Presently, we have adopted it. Another is case studies. Like case studies. Like analyzing, and critically understanding an application of certain relevant cases, and then applying them in solving and conflicting situations and all whatever come, how we can solve. Very important technique. That is
Any other point? Any other point in that? So one is the case studies, one is the group. Any other point, ma'am?
And another point is question answer sessions we have kept. We have kept
That is
demonstrations also we have kept. We have also, computer-based techniques that we have already used. That is a e-learning program, web programs, and of course the flip learn is also there. Even another very important thing is a blended learning. Now this is using
blended learning and flip learning. Everybody has adopted now.
Yeah.
Everybody has adopted.
That is using more than one or two methods coming together. Okay.
Right.
Lastly, I just want to tell one thing to all my teachers, which is being clearly told by Benjamin Disraeli. That is the secret of success. The secret of success is to be ready when your opportunity comes. Be ready. The opportunity has come for Indian teachers. Now time has come to seize the opportunity and become makers of the destiny. Correct? To do this, dream, and do the hard work. Be enthusiastic, empower teacher, share your ideas, grow by experimenting and researching. Okay, gain insight from the thoughts, beliefs, and experiences of your peer practitioners. Enjoy your journey by building beautiful relationship with your future generations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Very kind of you. Jan Das ji, your views before we go to the leadership coach. Jan Das ji, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. हाँ नहीं अनम्यूट कीजिए हो गया जयंत जी बोलिए आवाज नहीं आ रहा जयंत जी नहीं अनम्यूट कीजिए जयंत जी अनम्यूट कीजिए नहीं आवाज नहीं आ रही जयंत जी Lokashri ma'am, can you hear him? Okay. Janji, I wanted to have a leadership coach as an expert advice at the end. Okay, fine. Kalpana ma'am, you can go ahead. You got to unmute your ma'am. Unmute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, the electricity is conked off, so there's a little darkness here.
No worries, ma'am. There is enough of light in the life of everybody.
Exactly.
That's the role of the leadership coach. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Lokashri ma'am, for giving us the feel of your school, and Pratima ma'am for giving us the NEP in a very concise form and really clear form. So thank you so much for that. I was looking once again at the theme of today, which said new methods to train and help teachers to grow. What I was thinking of the way that we look at teachers in our schools and organizations, whether they are in East, West, North, South, whether they are in Guwahati, Sikkim, West Bengal, Vishakhapatnam, Punjab. been to most of these places, and the way that the managements and school leaders look at the teachers give you the results that you want. I'm sure my friends sitting here would agree to that, right? Look at Shri ma'am, Pratima ma'am, Gulshan sir, that it is the way that we view our teachers. And what is interesting to see is when you look at the HR policies. And when you see an HR policy of a school, it usually talks about recruitment policies, it talks about the salary structure, and it talks about the basic paper norms and SOPs required for that. But there are very few schools that talk about the HR policy, which includes professional development needs, which includes raising self esteem of teachers, which includes giving them capacity building programs throughout the year rather than the few mandatory that the CBSE says. So and the what is the financial structure that has been laid out in the budget for the teachers. And interestingly, there are schools that do a lot in teacher building of teachers' self-esteem and capacity building. Some of them have, I would maybe share a few of these ideas later on of my experiences across the country of the HR practices followed by schools. But the conclusion that is coming out is that, in our constitution, Article 51A, which talks about scientific temperament, learning, nationalistic values, peace, gender equality, and then the various commissions that we were all talking about, Kothari Commission, Yashpal Committee, Hunter Commission, and then we had the policies. The last policy was, I think, somewhere in 1986, and then the NCF. So there's such lovely, beautiful policies, but we are unable to implement the same. So maybe, I don't know, but maybe it's a piecemeal changes that we are making, and we are not going to the root of the problem where the teachers are not being respected. I mean, how many of our own children would like to become a school leader or a school teacher? So the teachers across the country, I feel sad at looking at it because they are the ones that we keep talking about. Teachers should do this, teachers should do that. But what is it that we are doing for our teachers to make them want to do something for their schools and for their children? Is always a question mark for me. So can we have certain policies which already NEP is talking about, but I would love to see it in its implementation. That means when the B.Ed programs that come up are more relevant, not outdated, when the children get placements like IIM Ahmedabad, IITs, so our children get into the best education sectors and they choose it as a choice, as someone said, and not by chance. Pratima ma'am said that, I think, and where they want to get into education as an industry, which is a powerful industry and a humane industry, and something that I was looking at on your screen, Dr. Gulshan, B2B, back to basics, लाइफ मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स, मन की उड़ान। तो क्या हम टीचर्स की वो उड़ान को हम कैसे जगाएं जब हम उनको 5,000 सैलरी, 10,000 सैलरी, 15,000 सैलरी देते हैं, एंड वी एक्सपेक्ट द मून आउट ऑफ देम. वी टेल देम टू मूव अवे फ्रॉम लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम टू लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस सिस्टम्स. We tell them to do experiential learning, collaborative learning, higher order thinking, Bloom's taxonomy, multiple intelligences, and flipped learning and blended learning and technology interventions. COVID ke time pe, I am really amazed at the way that we expect things from our teachers. But how much do we build them? How much? What is the kind of help that we give them? So some of the schools that when you go across the country, they don't follow the practices that give respect to our teachers, and no wonder people don't want to get into that stream. So some of the ways that some of the schools across the country are building up that self-respect and self-esteem is to give them a decent salary as per the state government. That's a basic when we talk about the Maslow's hierarchy theory. So are we able to give them the basic roti, kapda, makan kind of a thing, right? Are we able to take care of the safety factor? We ask them to stay back, but do we make sure that they get back home safely? We ask them to stay back, but do we give them a little refreshments to eat so that they get energized? Is the principal himself or herself sitting with the teachers there and being a part of the whole learning exercise? Are we having a sustained training module dependent on a teacher's needs? We are talking about collaborative learning, and one teacher comes up and says, "Ma'am, मुझे classroom management ही नहीं करना आता, मैं ग्रुप मैनेजमेंट ही नहीं कर सकती, मैं कोलैबोरेशन कैसे कराऊं? मुझे हायर ऑर्डर थिंकिंग पता ही नहीं है कि हाउ टू फ्रेम टास्क्स एंड क्वेश्चंस व्हिच केटर टू स्किल्स ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन, क्रिएटिविटी, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग। मुझे नहीं आते हैं क्वेश्चन बनाने, मुझे उसमें हेल्प चाहिए। आप मुझे कह रहे हो कि नहीं, आप हायर ऑर्डर क्वेश्चन पेपर बनाओ, अदरवाइज यू आर नो गुड एंड यू आर फायर्ड। Who gives us the right to say that to our teachers unless we train them, help them, support them intellectually, which is cognitively, with the heart, effectively, and keeping them healthy and charged up? Not an easy task. Not an easy task. We've spent 70 years trying to do it, and still we're talking about an NEP. I mean, that's something that's it's really which shakes me up. That NEP is talking about the same things that we've been talking over a period of time. But I think the best part would be if it comes into execution and implementation is something that I'm really keen and looking forward to.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Das Sab, could you please try now? Das Sab? Jan Das ji?
हेलो सर, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Am I audible, sir?
हाँ जी, please, please.
सर, आपको सुनाई दे रहा है?
बिल्कुल सुनाई दे रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है मैं वाराणसी पहुंच गया। शुरू हो जाइए। जयन जी, आप फिर म्यूट हो गए, आप फिर म्यूट हो गए।
सर, आपको सुनाई दे रहा है? सर, मैं सुन पा रहा हूं आपको। सर, हेलो
जयन जी, मैं आपको सुन पा रहा हूं, मैं काशी में ही हूं, मैं वाराणसी में हूं, सुनाओ। हाँ जी
सर, I was listening to you and I was very much happy that you told that 20 topmost education माने economically sound countries are teaching in their own language,
including
sir.
Finland, South Korea, Sweden,
Sir,
Norway, Germany,
accepted.
France,
Accepted.
Spain। चलिए
Sir, I will love to hear the name India also.
अरे करिए ना, शुरू कीजिए।
सर, हमारे यहाँ ना एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है जो मैं समझा नहीं पाऊंगा, बिकॉज 18 years I've been working in this field. When parents come, they only say one thing कि सर मेरा बच्चा इंग्लिश बोल पाएगा? That's the major question.
यही तो मिथ्या आपको उनके दिमाग से निकालनी है।
सर, इसमें ना अगर आप whenever we fight for it that Hindi has to be accepted, they don't agree. They don't agree. वो मानते ही नहीं हैं। They always say that okay, इंग्लिश बोलना चाहिए मेरा बेटा।
किसी भी चीज के लिए इकोसिस्टम बनाना पड़ता है। आपके रेडियो पर, आपके टेलीविजन पर, आपके म्यूजिक सिस्टम में, आपके हर चीज के अंदर जब आपकी भावना ऐसी होगी कि जिसके लिए देश के लिए प्रेम होगा और आप उन लोगों की कदर करेंगे जो मातृभाषा में होते हैं, तो होगा। क्या हो गया, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? और मैं तो ये कहता हूं मदर टंग। आई एम नॉट टेलिंग एनी हिंदी और समथिंग, आई एम टेलिंग मदर टंग। दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट।
Definitely, sir. I was just listening to Kalpana ma'am. I was very much agreed that what she was saying. कि एक तो हमारे बीएड में चेंजेस आने चाहिए। There are lot many has to be improved for the BEd curriculum. And second thing is that we expect more from the teacher, but we have to see what we offer to the teachers. This new advent technology, जो नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई है, definitely I do agree that this technology has made our teachers more advanced. They have to learn more techniques, more new things are to be learned. But I was agreeing with, I think Pratima madam has told about that some new innovative ideas are to be impressed. Sir, I just wanted to quote one thing that when I was learning my physics teacher, I was very much inspired by him. मैं teacher इसलिए बना because I was very much inspired by him. I just wanted to become a teacher. I'm not a forced teacher. I'm by choice. I'm a teacher. What he used to do, he used to come to the class. He used to draw a figure, and then we were hello. He used to draw the figure, and then we used to identify what are these things are and what are their functions, and then we used to develop the idea that what is it. You won't believe, sir, Michelson Morley's experiment I have studied in my whole class 10th. I still remember it. I still remember it because the way he taught me. So what I want is that the new teachers should also implement these type of things where practical knowledge are more to be given to the children rather than the bookish language. We talk about HOTS, we talk about this and this, HOTS question, understanding question, application, Bloom's taxonomy, everything. But we want to, what we have is that the new thing is that कि अभी हमारे पास जो भी चीज हम दे रहे हैं बच्चों को, हम उनको प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज नहीं देते. मोर प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज हैज टू बी गिवन. उनको मालूम होना चाहिए. आप किसी टीचर से सर बच्चे से पूछ के देखिए कि सर वो क्या a प्लस बी होल क्यूब का हमें एप्लीकेशन बता सकता है? फॉर्मूला नहीं, एप्लीकेशन. कहाँ उसे अप्लाई करेंगे? It's not there with with our children. Our children has to be taught in some of the first educator what she was telling, I was agreeing कि जो rural background से आते हैं, my school also belongs to a rural background where we face lot of problems, sir. And definitely these problems are there. One the educator was saying about the best practices. I just wanted to add the CBSE is sharing the best practices from different of the schools. आप अगर सीबीएसई के साइट पे जाएंगे, they are available the best practices. You can share your best practices and they will share their own best practices. The student are to be taught with the new technologies rather than agar if I talk about this NEP 2020, if you can come across, the vocational courses are also introduced after class 6. The children are to be exposed to these vocational courses so that they are more advanced, they are more knowledgeable, and they learn more things. हेलो.
हाँ जी बोलते जाइए.
हेलो.
अरे बोलिए.
हाँ सर, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है सर आप नीचे देख रहे हैं एंड यू आर नॉट लिसनिंग टू मी.
मैं आपके पॉइंट्स बना रहा हूं जो मैंने कंक्लूड करना है.
यस सर, ओके.
हाँ जी.
एंड द सेकंड थिंग इज दैट sir एक and one thing more I want is that कि now teachers should teach more co-curricular activities rather than making the children's more curricular, means scholastic based. Co-scholastic activities are more to be included so that students
co-curricular दास साहब खत्म हो गया. There is no extra curricular, there is no curricular, there is no co-curricular. It is the integrated part of new education policy now.
Definitely sir, मैं हाँ, that's what I'm talking about कि सर जो नया चीज आता है ना वो हमको सिखाना पड़ेगा. Our students are to be more exposed. उनको ज्यादातर उनको सिखाना पड़ेगा कि आप प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज पे ज्यादा बेस करें. And that's all sir, I just wanted to conclude.
Okay, thank you Das sir. Now ladies and gentlemen, wonderful deliberation, wonderful inputs, wonderful views. Few takeaways I would like to share with all of us before we close the session. Number one, दास साहब ने एक बड़ा अच्छा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कहा. एजुकेशन गॉट टू बी रेलेवेंट टू आवर डे टू डे लिविंग एंड डे टू डे लाइफ. जो कुछ मैं अपने जीवन में जी रहा हूं, एजुकेशन का उसके अंदर इंटीग्रेटेड पार्ट होना चाहिए. एजुकेशन शुड नॉट बी जस्ट मेयरली स्टडिंग सम सब्जेक्ट्स, स्कोरिंग परसेंटेज मार्क्स, गोल्ड मेडल एंड ऑल. फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. कुछ नहीं है. नंबर टू, व्हाई डोंट वी टीच बेसिक फाइनेंस टू ऑल द चिल्ड्रन? Why don't we teach irrespective, आर्ट्स में है, कॉमर्स में है, साइंस में है, कहीं भी है, हम बेसिक फाइनेंस हर एक बच्चे को क्यों नहीं सिखाते? नंबर टू, ऑर्गेनिक खेती. जब आप कल्पना मैम ने कहीं एग्रीकल्चर, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, इंडस्ट्रीज वो सब की बातचीत की थी, व्हाट कम्स टू माय माइंड, द चिल्ड्रन डू नॉट नो कि किस सीजन में कौन सी सब्जी उगती है. उनको ये नहीं पता कौन सी फसल जमीन के अंदर उगती है और कौन सी जमीन के ऊपर उगती है. एंड वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द बेसिक लाइफ एंड बेसिक लिविंग. कल एक बच्चे ने मुझसे एक सवाल पूछा, 3rd क्लास स्टैंडर्ड, तीसरी क्लास के एक बच्चे ने एक सवाल पूछा, एंड आई वाज स्पीचलेस व्हेन ही टोल्ड मी. ही सेड, अंकल मुझे एक बात बताइए, जो स्टेट हाईवे होता है और नेशनल हाईवे होता है, उसके दोनों तरफ पेड़ लगाए जाते हैं. मैंने कहा यस. कहता क्यों लगाए जाते हैं? मैंने कहा उसके कई पर्पस हो सकते हैं. एक तो रोशनी साइडों से ना आए, दूसरा कोई जानवर भाग के सड़क पर ना आ जाए, तीसरा यह है कि हम डिमार्केशन कर दें कि ये सड़क है और ये किसी का खेत है. He said, अंकल वो जो पेड़ वहां लगाते हैं उसका सिलेक्शन कौन करता है? आई डिडंट हैव एनी आंसर. कहता मुझे एक बात बताइए, अगर उन जगहों पर, उन पेड़ों की जगह पर देयर वर फ्रूट ट्रीज, then the people, those who were walking after lockdown to their respective residences, they would have not asked for the food from Mr. Modi. ये तीसरी क्लास का बच्चा बोल रहा है, और आप तो काशी में बैठे हैं दास साहब, एक अनदर चौथी क्लास का बच्चा. सवालों का जवाब देना मुश्किल है. If we think we are teaching children, sorry, teachers got to now go for learning. Teachers got to go now for education. ये मत सोचो कि हम पढ़ा रहे हैं. It is all learning centric. It's changing now. एक बच्चा चौथी का बोलता है, अंकल एक बात बताइए, ये आपकी दो आंखें हैं. मैंने कहा यस, आई हैव गॉट टू आईज. कहता है दीज टू आईज आर हॉरिजेंटल. मैंने कहा यस, हॉरिजेंटल. ही सेज लॉर्ड शिवा's थर्ड नेत्र इज देयर. मैंने कहा यस. कहता है व्हाई इट इज वर्टिकल, व्हाई इट इज नॉट हॉरिजेंटल. ओ माय गॉड, इट्स अ फोर्थ क्लास चाइल्ड. व्हाट आर वी टॉकिंग? वेयर आर वी? Sir, I want to give you two inputs, very valuable inputs, and all teachers. Now, Das Saab willingly इन्होंने कहा कि I was motivated by one teacher and that's why I'm teacher. I am by default a teacher. I'm not willingly a teacher. I have not come to this profession willingly. Sorry. I wanted to be in some other profession, but I got into it. लेकिन जब जिंदगी में किसी एरिया में घुस जाओ, then put your heart and soul, mind, spirit, everything into that. My father was in army, my grandfather was in army. I joined Indian Army. I'm a third class, 11th class student with 34% marks from the rural rustic village. Last bench student. And I studied from the books, जो मेरे किसी दोस्त की थी. I studied my friend's book and I got commissioned into the Indian Army. And I rose up to the rank of major. And then one fine morning, there was a little casualty in one ambush. My medical category went down. I wanted to retire as a lieutenant general from the Indian Army. I never wanted to study because I hated studies. और ग्रेजुएशन जो है वो फौज में ही करा देते हैं आपको जेएनयू की डिग्री मिलती है और ग्रेजुएशन हो गया था. Once medical category is down, you have no choice. What to do now? The career comes to standstill. Your course moves forward, your course mates, and what do? उसके बाद मास्टर्स किया. मास्टर्स में there must have been a good principal. My relatives like Pratima ma'am and our Lokashri ma'am, they both were considerate. By mistake इन्होंने किसी और के मार्क्स मेरी आंसर शीट में लगा दिए and I got the second position in the university. और उससे और मुसीबत आ गई. I got the scholarship for PhD. I did my PhD and thereafter there was a vacancy on deputation in the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. From Indian Army, clearing the UPSC, moving on deputation to Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, given the charge for human resource development. I set up India's first travel and tourism institute for Government of India. I drafted the MBA tourism curriculum course syllabi A to Z for India because I took it as a challenge. It is nothing like that. By default, you are a teacher, or by willing, you are a teacher. Anybody, wherever you are, when you give your 100%, that organization will grow. That organization will grow. इंडिया का कंपैरिजन हमेशा एक कंट्री के साथ करते हैं. व्हाई डू वी कंपेयर विद दैट ओनली? अरे कोई कहीं जा रहा है, छोड़ दो उसको. भारत कहां जा रहा है उसके बारे में सोचो. भारत को किस दिशा में लेके जाना है उसको सोचो. वी हैव, और मेरे को शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग बेस्ट लगता है, आई डोंट हैव कंपटीशन विद एनीबॉडी, आई हैव गॉट कंपटीशन विद माई सेल्फ. इंडिया इज नॉट कंपीटिंग. How can I take Finland model? How can I take South Korea's model? How can I take Germany's model? उनकी पॉपुलेशन क्या है? अरे 1 करोड़ भी नहीं है पॉपुलेशन, एक छोटे से गांव के बराबर है. How can I compare myself with them? 138 crores. Imagine. So thereby, I'm so happy that now science is not going to get priority. आर्ट्स, कॉमर्स एंड साइंस इज गोइंग टू गेट इक्वल प्रायोरिटी. आपने बच्चों का धुआं निकाल रखा था कि स्टेम 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 करके जान ले रखी थी. और एक वो पता नहीं एक और क्या है, सैपा सीपा पता नहीं क्या है, पंजाबी में स्यापा, I don't know what is that called.
सियापा
हाँ
सियापा
स्यापा, नहीं वो तो पंजाबी में है। अरे तेरे सम साइंस का कोई एग्जाम और उसके लिए कहते हैं इंडिया जो है आगे नहीं आता, ये नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता। अरे भैया, द होल सिविलाइजेशन इज रेस्टिंग ऑन आर्ट, क्राफ्ट, हेरिटेज, कल्चर, कॉस्ट्यूम्स, डांसेस, म्यूजिक। म्यूजिक इंटीग्रल पार्ट क्यों नहीं है एजुकेशन का? Last 8 years, our chamber is working on to that. Music for mathematics, music for physics, music for chemistry, music for biology. मैं कहता हूँ हिस्ट्री पढ़ाना है किसी बच्चे को, आप वॉर का म्यूजिक बजाइए और उसको लेकर चलिए, वो बच्चा कभी नहीं भूलेगा। थियोरिटिकल बच्चे को रटा रहे हैं, then the Babur came, then Panipat, then that battle. अरे what? How are we teaching that? I think this technology is going to bring so much of change in the entire education ecosystem. Let us adopt the best possible way. और दूसरा, every child, every teacher at my age, because I have got nothing to take now from anybody, nothing. I have to only give and give. I'm 72 by energy is that of 20 years old boy. And मेरी जिंदगी 3 शब्दों पर टिकी हुई है, making एजुकेशन रेलेवेंट, कुछ नहीं चाहिए और। मेकिंग एजुकेशन रेलेवेंट। बाय 31st of December, our chamber will complete 500 webinars making education relevant. कुछ नहीं और चाहिए, आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना है, एजुकेशन को एम्पावर कर दीजिए। यस, योर क्वेश्चन वाज वेरी वैलिड, समबडी गेव ए पॉइंट। टीचर की सैलरी 5,000 रुपए होगी तो उससे भैया मून कैसे तोड़वा लोगे? You want, go and pluck the moon, go and have the stars, and you give 5,000 rupees salary. How can you expect a moon? No, you got to get back to the heritage. You got to get back to the respect which teachers were enjoying earlier. Headmaster, principal, they were getting, एक principal आता था तो एक मंत्री भी खड़ा हो जाता था। That is the kind of a respect was given. And where have we brought today the education ecosystem? And we are scared even to enter any big, officer's office. Why? Education ecosystem to be empowered once again. और उसके लिए जर्नी एक ही है। और जयंत दास साहब, आपकी सिटी बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है
जी सर।
जीवन में 2 स्थान सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक वाराणसी है, एक हरिद्वार। अंतिम यात्रा, that is more important. One will never do wrong when you remember that over here you are temporary and you have to go somewhere else where from you have come. So you will always do good to others. And number 2, किसी भी प्रोफेशन में कहीं पर भी हैं, I would request all my children, because सभी टीचर मेरे बच्चों की तरह, 72 साल का तो कोई नहीं है अभी हमारे शायद ऑडियंस में। तो when I talk about as a father, give your best whatever you are doing, give your best. India will progress automatically. And forget about whole India. You empower your school only, you empower your children only, you empower your ecosystem only, and you will find everything. और आज अपने दिमाग से ये निकाल दीजिए कि अंग्रेजी बोलने वाला सुपीरियर है, निकाल दीजिए अपने दिमाग से, इस चीज को मत लेकर चलिए। मैं आपको ये बात बोल रहा हूं, मैं गांव के स्कूल से पढ़ा हूं और हिंदी भाषा में, मातृभाषा में पढ़ा हूं। अगर मैं कर्नाटका में हूं तो कन्नड़ को प्यार करो, अगर मैं तमिलनाडु में हूं तो तमिल को प्यार करो, मैं केरला में हूं तो मलयालम को प्यार करो, अगर मैं पंजाब में हूं तो पंजाबी को प्यार करो। वेयर इज द प्रॉब्लम? और हिंदी तो है ही। अगर अरुणाचल प्रदेश के बच्चे हिंदी के गाने गा सकते हैं मोहम्मद रफी के, तो then I think nothing else is required. We all are one. We got to empower our own school, our own education ecosystem. कुछ भी बड़ा नहीं है, कुछ भी छोटा नहीं है, कुछ भी कोई शहर में हो, गांव में हो, किसी जगह हो, it doesn't make a difference at all. कोई अंग्रेजी में बात करता हो, हिंदी में बात करता हो, रीजनल लैंग्वेज में बात करता रहो, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। फर्क पड़ता है how are you making best use of your 24 hours. And if by default you are a teacher, or by choice you are a teacher, give your 200% of your life, because you are shaping somebody's career, you are shaping somebody's destiny. इससे बड़ा कोई नोबल प्रोफेशन नहीं है,
नहीं है,
कोई नहीं है इससे बड़ा नोबल प्रोफेशन। और आप भाग्यशाली हैं, यू आर फॉर्चुनेट, यू आर गिफ्टेड बाय द गॉड इफ यू आर इन एजुकेशन प्रोफेशन। और इससे बड़ा पाप किसी को नहीं लगेगा कि कोई एजुकेशन के इकोसिस्टम में है एंड दे आर चीटिंग एंड दे आर नॉट गिविंग देयर 100%। आई पर्सनली फील दिस इज द मोस्ट नोबल प्रोफेशन एंड पायस प्रोफेशन।
यस, मैं आपसे एक बात करना, हाँ यस सर। सर मैं एक टीचर का एक एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। इट वाज लास्ट ईयर,
3 मिनट और हैं बस
सर, बस मैं आई जस्ट सम अप कि लास्ट ईयर का एक इंसिडेंट है। मैं क्लास के बगल से गुजरा तो देन माय हेडमिस्ट्रेस टोल्ड मी कि सर देखिए इस क्लास में कितना शोर हो रहा है, और वो बगल वाली क्लास देखिए कितनी आराम से शांति से पढ़ रहा है। तो मैं गया, मैंने वहां देखा, तो डेफिनेटली जो पहले वाले क्लास में गया वो सारे बच्चे बैठे थे एंड द टीचर वाज टीचिंग वेरी कामफुली। नेक्स्ट क्लास में जब मैं पहुंचा वहां पर, मैंने देखा द होल क्लास वाज मेकिंग कियोस, सब उलट पुलट होता है। मैंने आई कॉल द टीचर, आई टोल्ड कि मैम ये क्या हो रहा है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि सर मैंने सब बच्चों को एक जंबल लेटर्स दिए हैं एंड नाउ दे आर मेकिंग ए सेंटेंस बाय स्टैंडिंग इन ए प्रॉपर ऑर्डर। जैसे आई एम ए बॉय, तो किसी के पास आई है, किसी के पास एम है, किसी के पास बॉय है। अब वो अपने आप को ढूंढ रहे हैं एंड देन वी आर मेकिंग ए लाइन। आई थिंक इस तरह अगर टीचर पढ़ाते हैं, इफ दे टीच इन दिस वे, definitely our student is going to be benefited.
Sir,
जो practical knowledge जो
kindly reward that teacher, kindly reward that teacher, because
definitely sir,
जो प्रतिमा मैम का एक सेंटेंस था बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट था, what she told। हम कहते रहते हैं keep quiet, don't talk, silent please, who is talking, और जब वो बच्चा 12वीं के बाद जाता है उसको कंपनी कहती है please talk, please say something, tell something about yourself, tell something about your school। वो बोलता है what is this, दास साहब तो बोलते थे keep quiet, और ये बोल रहे हैं बोलो। So I think we got to bring a change in our।
तो हमने that teacher was awarded the best teacher sir बनारस में।
उनको हमारी तरफ से भी blessing दीजिएगा।
That teacher was awarded the best teacher।
Thank you।
उनका नाम सुष्णाता बराड़ था।
Thank you।
Thank you sir, and it was very nice talking to you sir। It was
nice, you're so energetic।
it was very nice sir। Thank you sir, very energetic sir।
Anybody who is in education, anybody who is in this, I won't call it a profession, no, it is not a profession, it is a life, it is a life। Education is a very pious field, we should give 200% of ours if God has given us responsibility to be part of education ecosystem। And sir, because of education, I'm teaching in Canada, I'm teaching in America, I'm teaching in Australia, and I teach for 2 months। I won't tell you how much salary I get,